Hello and welcome, as today's game is between your Spartans, who are the home team, and the visiting Concordia-Wisconsin Falcons. Down here in Tucson, Arizona, in the finale down here. As we'll get right into it right before the game starts with the starting lineup for your Spartans. Leading off, we'll have Jack Laswell playing second. Isolino Valencia playing right field. Kellen Mitchell at first base. Justin Jensen in center. Thomas Kempf, the DH. Jordan Goldstein batting sixth today, the freshman, playing third. In the 7 hole, we'll have Zach McCoy playing short. The catcher's Luke Carroll. Jared Clevenger will be in the 9 hole, playing left. And today's starting pitcher, Chase Keeter from Bellevue, Iowa. The senior righty, 0-1 on the year, 3.75 ERA in 12 innings with 15 strikeouts. As we're underway here, and Keeter starts off the first batter with a strike. And that'll be strike 2. Keeter getting ahead of this first hitter. And that one will just miss the bottom corner for ball 1. And Keeter has his first strikeout. As they say, Tillman went around. And that'll be the first K of the day for Chase Keeter and number 16 on the year. Beautiful day out here in Arizona, a little bit chilly, around 52 degrees right now. That one swung on and hit over to third. And Goldstein makes the play, 5-3 on the putout. 2 quick outs here in the second inning. That'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Rodriguez. And Keeter starts him off. Ball just on the outside corner. And the fastball gets in there. Hitting the corner this time for strike 1. And the 1-1 hits the inside corner on the fastball. 1-2 the count. As there's 2 gone here. And the top of the first. And that's a strikeout looking for Keeter. And the Falcons go quietly in the first as we head to the bottom. 0-0. And we're back here in the bottom of the first. The Falcons will have their pitcher hit today. number 28, Sumner. And we'll start off with Laswell Valencia and Kellen Mitchell in the Dubuque lineup. Never mind, the pitcher is not hitting today. But it is number 10, Sumner, the DH. And the first pitch to Laswell is swung on and hit to the gap left center. As that one's going to keep rolling all the way to the track. As the center fielder gets to it, Laswell is going to hold up at second for a leadoff double. Exactly what the Spartans needed after yesterday. As in steps J.J. Valencia here with nobody out. Laswell gets a lead off second. And the pitch is swung on and fouled to the right. And the 0-1 to Valencia. That one, curveball is in the dirt for ball one. And the pitch. Swung on and hit into right center. And that one's going to get down. And that one will be cut off by the right fielder. As Valencia slides into second, Laswell comes in. And the Spartans are on the board early. 1-0. RBI double for J.J. Valencia. Back-to-back doubles for the Spartans to start the game. Good sign for this offense. As in steps Kellen Mitchell. Still nobody out here. As he takes the first pitch for a ball. Sunny day, but by the end of the game, it's going to turn cloudy. That one swung on and hit over to first. Past the outstretched glove, and Valencia falls down over at third, holding up. That'll be runners on the corners with still no one out. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Justin Jensen. Good start here for the Spartans. And the first pitch to Jensen. It's taken high for ball one. One out to Jensen. Runner on third is Valencia. Runner on first is Kellen Mitchell. And that one's taken outside for ball two. Thomas Kempf is on deck for the Spartans. That one swung on by Jensen, but they're saying it's a balk, and Valencia will score, and that'll be a ball to Jensen, bringing that count to 3-0. Valencia scores on the balk by the pitcher Sumner. Mitchell will move up to second. Still no one out here, 2-0 Spartans. And the 3-0 to Jensen. That one's taken high. And the 3-0 to Jensen is taken for a strike. 3-1 count. No one out here in the bottom of the first. And that one's taken high, and Jensen has a walk. All 4 Spartan hitters to start this game have reached, and in steps the big Thomas Kempf. Hot down here in Tucson so far, as he has runners on first and second. That one swung on, fouled back to the screen on a big cut from Kempf. That one swung on and hit into center. Center fielder drifting. And he's got it for out number 1 as Kemp flies out. Both teams wearing gray pants, blue jerseys, and blue hats. As in steps the 6-hole hitter, number 33, Jordan Goldstein. That one's taken on the outside corner from Goldstein. That one's taken in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. So no advance from the runners. We will have a 1-1 count. That one swung on by Goldstein. That noise was a fighter jet flying overhead. And the 1-2 to the freshman third baseman. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Still a 1-2 count. Goldstein wearing number 33. And the pitch. That one swung on by Goldstein in the dirt. And that'll be a strikeout. 2 gone here for the Spartans. Still 2 runners on as the shortstop, Zach McCoy, steps in. That one swung on and fouled over the Spartan dugout. Dubuque's in the third base dugout as Concordia's in the first base dugout. McCoy was 2 for 2 yesterday in the loss. And the pitch to him is down and in. Coy from Modesto, California. And he takes that one for strike 2. Kellen Mitchell, the runner on second. And on first is Justin Jensen. That one swung on. That one might drop. But the first baseman has it for out number 3. Spartans leave 2 but get 2 early runs. 1-0 or 2-0 after 1. And we're back here in the top of the second. As Chase Gator's back out for his second inning of work. 2 strikeouts at inning number 1. Only used 9 pitches to get through the first inning. So very effective and efficient early. That one swung on. And right fielder, J.J. Valencia, goes back on it and makes the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here to start inning number 2. Hard hit ball from the right fielder. Dart flies out to right. That one swung on and fouled back to the screen. Early on, the Concordia hitters swinging first pitch. That one swung on and fouled off to the right and out of play. So Keeter up 0-2. And Keeter's got himself 3rd strikeout of the day on a high fastball swung through for out number 2. And in steps the second baseman for the Falcons. Borth as he takes strike 1. And Keeter gets the 2-seamer to catch the outside of the zone. Another 0-2 count for Keeter. And the pitch. That one's taken high. 1-2 count here. Top of the second, 2 outs. Keeter's got 3 strikeouts so far. And the 1-2. That one swung on and hit foul, just foul down the third baseline. And we'll do the 1-2 again. And the pitch. Popped up. Keeter's calling for it. Keeter's calling for it. And he's got it. That'll be out number 3 as the Falcons go quietly here in inning number 2. No one on. And the Spartans head to the bottom of the second. 2-0. And we're back here in the bottom of the second as the 8-hole hitter, the catcher, number 23, Luke Carroll, steps in, the junior from Dubuque, Iowa. As he gets the nod here today behind the plate. And the first pitch from Sumner is a strike on the outside corner. And that one's taken in the dirt as it gets through the 5-hole, the catcher. 1-1 count here to Luke Carroll. Dubuque put up 2 early runs on back-to-back doubles and then a single by Kellen Mitchell to start the game. And that one's taken up high for ball 2. And the 2-1 to Carroll. That one swung on high. 2-2 count here to the Spartan catcher. Sumner winds and deals. That one's swung on and out to center field. Center fielder's coming in on it. And he's got it for out number 1. And the first pitch to Clevenger is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Backdoor slider from Sumner. Now fastball is taken outside. Slipped out of the hand there. And the 1-1 to Clevenger. That one is taken for a called strike. Running the count to 1-2. That one's taken outside. Running the count even to 2-2. That one swung on by Clevenger for a strikeout, out number 2. And in steps the top of the order in Jack Laswell. That one's taken on the outside corner for ball 1. First game of the year for Concordia, Wisconsin. as Laswell takes ball 2. Sumner pitched 42 innings last year, the 6.64 ERA. That's one's taken high for ball 3. Sumner, the sophomore from Ocala, Florida. And that one's taken high for ball 4. Laswell reaches base again and extends the inning. Here in the bottom of the second, in steps J.J. Valencia. RBI double to bring in Laswell from last time. As Laswell's off with the pitch, and he's going to make it there safe on a stolen base. Laswell had a good jump on that one and makes it to second easily. And the pitch to Valencia is hit into left center for a single. And Laswell's going to try and score as the throw gets there on time, but catcher can't hang on. Valencia moves up to second, and Laswell scores. And the Spartans lead 3-0. Good throw by the left fielder as it was on target, but the catcher couldn't hang on. And Valencia moves up to second. In steps Kellen Mitchell. Still 2 outs here. As they check on the runner at second in Valencia. Valencia far off second. That one's taken high for ball 1 to Kellen Mitchell. He singled his first time up, but was stranded at second base after the balk from Sumner. And the 1-0. And time's called. Valencia gets off far again. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled off the catcher. A 1-1 count here in the second. After this half inning, we'll talk about the keys for a Spartan win. And the 1-1 is taken on the slider to Kellen Mitchell. Running the count to 1-2. Mitchell from Batavia, Illinois, a sophomore. And that one's taken outside for ball 2. 2-2 count, 2 outs. The runner on second is Valencia. Valencia already 2 RBIs in the game through 2 innings. That one's taken in the dirt. Good block by the catcher to keep that in front of him. And Valencia doesn't move up. Full count now. And that one's taken on the inside corner on the slider to get Mitchell looking. Spartans add one, but strand one, and they lead 3-0 after two. And we're back here in the top of the third. Keeter takes the mound again. That first pitch is swung on for strike one. And the sliders foul back to the screen. That one's taken outside for ball one. Another slider outside for ball two, run the count even. That one swung on. Chopped to the first baseman, Mitchell, and he'll take it to the bag himself for out number one. Top of the third, one out. As they bring in the 8-hole hitter, Daz. As he takes strike one. From Kenosha, Wisconsin. That one's popped up. Might be enough room, but that's out of play. 0-2 count. Keeter readies himself on the mound. And the 0-2. That one swung on and fouled out of play to the left. And that one's also fouled off to the left. And that one's taken for a called third strike on the inside corner. Fourth strikeout of the game for Keeter. That'll bring in the 9-hole hitter, Goswine from Barrington, Illinois. Sophomore outfielder. And he'll take strike one right down the middle. That one swung on and hit to the shortstop, McCoy, as he makes the throw to first for out number 3. Another efficient inning for Chase Keeter, as we're through 3 still, or through 2.5. Spartans up 3-0. And we're back here in the bottom of the 3rd. Spartans lead 3-0. Due up will be Jensen, Kempf, and Goldstein. First time up, Jensen walked on a 3-1 count. And Jensen takes ball 1. Jensen, the junior from Morrison, Illinois. That one swung on and chopped foul. Sunny day out here at Keno Sports Complex. And it'll continue to get warmer as the day wears on. And the 1-1. That one's taken by Jensen for strike 2. 55 degrees here in Tucson. Warm up to around 64 by the end of the game. And the 1-2. That one's taken high by Jensen. And the pitch from Sumner's fouled back to the screen. And the pitch. That's swung on by Jensen for a strikeout on the inside corner. And that'll be out number 1. As in steps the big lefty, Thomas Kempf. Lane Tech High School product. As he takes high, ball 1. That one swung on and fouled back. And the pitch to Kempf is taken on the outside corner. Good slider by the Falcon pitcher. And the 1-2. That one's taken high. Running the count even to 2-2 with 1 out here. Kempf flied out to center his last time up. That one swung on, hitting the left field. And And the catch is made by the left fielder for out number 2. Quick 2 outs here for the Spartans. As in steps the freshman Jordan Goldstein. Struck out swinging his last time up. That one swung on and fouled off the catcher. That one swung on by Goldstein. 0-2 count to him. No runners on here in the bottom of the third with 2 gone. And the 0-2 from Sumner. That one's taken inside. On deck is the shortstop McCoy, if Goldstein can reach. Out, slider's taken outside to Goldstein. 2-2 count. Busy day here at Keno Sports Complex, all 4 fields being used. And the pitch. That one swung on, and that'll be a single into left field. And Goldstein will be able to extend the inning. And that'll bring up Zach McCoy. He popped out to the third baseman last time. And that one's taken high for ball 1. And the 1-0 to McCoy. That one's also taken high. Ball 2. Spartans hoping to push across another run here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. That one swung on into center field. Center fielder catches it as he had to jump for that one, but that will be out number 3. That'll take us to the 4th. Spartans still lead 3-0. And we're back here on the top of the 4th as Keeter takes the mound again. But before he does, we'll look at the keys to a Spartan win today. Need a strong start from Keeter. Yesterday wasn't too kind for the Spartan pitchers, and we need to get the bats going again after putting up 31 runs two or 3 days ago in a doubleheader. And that's exactly what we've got here today, an early 3-0 lead for the Spartans. And that's another first pitch swinging from the leadoff man, Tillman. And that's a good slider from Keeter. Getting ahead again, 0-2. And the pitch. That one's chopped. And Keeter will have the one unassisted putout to start the inning. As in steps the center fielder, Zavichel, as he fouls that off to the right. As that'll be strike number 2. As we mentioned earlier, Keeter coming in with a 3.75 ERA, but looking really strong here today. That one's fouled back to the screen. Still 0-2 here. To the batters of Zavichel. And that's another strikeout for Keeter. Number 5 on the day. And we have 2 quick outs here in the 4th. And another slider in there. First strike 1 to the 3-hole hitter Rodriguez. That one swung on. First strike 2. And this one's tapped foul by Rodriguez. Count will stay at 0-2. Keeter efficient so far in this game. Through 18 pitches in the first 2 innings combined. And that slider's just a little bit outside. Ball 1. 1-2 count now on the hitter Rodriguez. As Keeter winds and deals. That one swung on and fouled back. Spartan outfield playing Rodriguez to right center. That one swung on and popped up. Laswell calls for it. And that'll be out number 3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Spartans lead 3-0. And we're back in the bottom of the 4th as we'll have Carroll, Clevenger, and the top of the order in Jack Laswell. Carroll flew out to center his last time up. The junior catcher from Dubuque, Iowa. As the first pitch in the fourth inning from Sumner. That one swung on by Carroll. And the 0-1. That one's taken outside on the slider. That one's fouled back on the hands to Carroll. And the 1-2. That one's swung on and fouled off to the right. So we'll stay at 1-2. And the pitch. That one swung on, and that's going to be a single for Luke Carroll as that one gets into left field. Leadoff single for Luke Carroll. We'll bring in the left fielder, Jared Clevenger. Jared from Tallahassee, Florida. The senior. As Sumner works from the stretch. And we have time called just before that first pitch as that foul ball almost hits home plate right in front of Clevenger. So the 0-0 upcoming. Clevenger shows bunt, gets this one down. And Clevenger delivers on the sac bunt. Moving the runner Carroll up to second for out number 1. Good execution there by Clevenger. As in steps the second baseman, senior Jack Laswell. And that'll be taken outside for ball 1. Laswell's 1 for 1 in the day with 2 runs scored and a double. And the pitch. That one's taken outside and high. 2-0 count to Laswell. Laswell from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Went to Prairie Ridge High School. And the 2-0. Taken all the way from Laswell. Just missed the outside corner from Sumner. Very close to being called a strike. And the 3-0. Carroll gets a lead off from second. That one's taken for ball 4, the second walk of the day for Jack Laswell. And back-to-back plate appearances. In steps J.J. Valencia. Transfer outfielder from Marysville, Washington. As the catcher calls time, put on a play out in front of home plate. Three 0 here in the fourth. Runner on second is Luke Carroll. Runner on first is Laswell after the walk. And that one's taken all the way by Valencia for strike one. Spartans are threatening here in the fourth. And that one swung on, fouled onto field 5. And that'll be an 0-2 count to Valencia. He is 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a double as he calls time. And the 0-2 from Sumner. That one's taken on the inside corner on the slider. Strikeout looking from Valencia. As we have 2 outs, and in steps the batter, Kellen Mitchell. Playing first base today is Mitchell, as Kempf is the DH. He's 1 for 2 on the day, as he takes strike 1, just hitting the bottom part of the zone. Singled and struck out looking. Carroll gets a big lead off second. And Mitchell takes strike 2. Good slider there from Sumner. Outfield playing Mitchell straight up. And the 0-2. That one's swung on and missed by Mitchell. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Spartans leave 2 but don't get any. Still lead 3-0 after 4. And we're back here in the top of the 5th. Keeter takes the mound again. As in steps the leadoff man, Austin Dart from Algoma, Wisconsin. A senior. Flew out to right field last time up. Now it's swung on and ground ball hit to second baseman Laswell as he throws on to first. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. As in steps number 17, Sam Beers from Janesville, Wisconsin. And that curveball doesn't work from Keeter, so that'll be ball 1. And that fastball is swung on up high from Keeter. That one's fouled back, fastball on the hands. Wind picks up here a little bit in Tucson. Keeter's got a 1-2 count on Beers. That one swung on and hit into center. And Jensen's able to get under it for out number 2. As in steps the number 6 hole hitter, the second baseman, Drew Barth from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And that one's taken on the inside corner for strike 1. And that one's just on the outside corner. Taken for ball 1. 1-1 count here. And that slider is a good one. And that'll run the count to 1-2. 2 outs. And that one's going to be a strikeout from Keeter as it dropped third, and Carroll throws over to first for the out. Keeter with 6 Ks through 5 innings. And the Spartans come to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. And we're back here on the bottom of the 5th. Due up for the Spartans is Jensen, Kempf, and Goldstein. Jensen's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a walk. As the pitcher Sumner comes in for his 5th inning of work. That one's taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Spartans lead 3-0. And that curveball swung on for strike 2. And that one's in the dirt for ball 1. Beautiful scene out here at field 6 with the mountains in the background. And a 1-2 count to Jensen. Sumner winds and deals. That one swung on and hit into the gap. That one's going to get down all the way to the wall. 2 hops the wall as Jensen's going to end up with a stand-up double. Good start to the inning for the Spartans. And in steps the DH, Thomas Kempf. A few days ago, he was 5 for 8 with 6 RBIs in a doubleheader. That one's taken for a ball. 2-seamer just misses the zone. That fastball also misses outside to Kempf. 2-0 count. Outfield plays him a little bit to left center. as Kemp puts this one into left field. And the left fielder has it for out number 1. And in steps the freshman third baseman from Huntley, Illinois, Jordan Goldstein. He's 1 for 2 on the day. In his last at bat, he had a single. The runner on second is Jensen. As that's a good curve. Sorry, not a curveball. Slider from Sumner. First strike 1 to Goldstein. And Sumner steps off. That one swung on by Goldstein. 0-2 count. McCoy on deck. Oh, 2 the count on Goldstein, 1 out. Jensen the runner at second. They shade Goldstein to right center. And the 0-2 from Sumner. That one hits Goldstein. And there'll be 2 on with 1 out here for the shortstop McCoy. 2 for 2 in yesterday's game. Has the 0-0 from Sumner. That one's taken away outside for ball 1. And that one also be taken inside for ball 2. As we look at the upcoming schedule for Dubuque, we'll go home, and next weekend we'll take on Wartburg in Waverly, Iowa. First pitch for Friday's game is a single game at 6 p.m., and then the doubleheader starts at 1 p.m. on Saturday. As McCoy takes strike 1. And then on the March 26th, Tuesday, we'll have a doubleheader against Knox College at home. So come out and support your Spartans for that first home game. And the 2-1. Swung on and popped up. Second baseman's got a beat on it as he's backing up. And he's able to make the grab as he falls backwards for out number 2. The wind's really carrying the ball today at times. And in steps the catcher, Carroll. He singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. That one swung on, fouled back from Carroll. Runner on second's Jensen. Runner on first is Goldstein. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 5th. That one catches the outside part of the zone. First strike 2, 0-2 count on Carroll. And the pitch. That one swung on and hit into center. Center fielder's got a beat on it for out number 3. Spartans strand 2, but don't push one across. As we head to the 6th, Spartans still lead 3-0. And we're back here at the top of the 6th. As in steps the 7-0 hitter, Halfley, the catcher. And that pitch from Keeter is just high for ball 1. That one swung on and catches Carroll. That'll be a 1-1 count. And that slider from Keeter slides a little too much and outside the zone. 2-1 count. That one swung on and chopped to third. And Goldstein throws over to first for out number 1. 5-3 on the putout. And in steps the hitter, Paz. Ooh. That was a foul ball off the knob. But the umpires are going to confer. Looked like it went off the knob of the bat. And they're going to say the runner was hit by the pitch. So that's the first base runner of the game for Concordia here in the 6th. As that slider misses the outside part of the zone for ball 1. That's a good slider from Keeter. First strike 1, evening the count at 1-1. Good curveball from Keeter. That's a 1-2 count. That one low and away. Running the count even to 2-2. And that slider's a little bit too far outside. 3-2. First full count that Keeter's gotten to all day today. And a pitch. Swung on. And that'll be another strikeout for Keeter. Seven strikeouts on the game for Keeter so far. And we'll have the top of the lineup in Tillman. And a good slider from Keeter. Starts Tillman out with a strike. Another good slider as Tillman fouls that one back to the screen. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. That one's fouled back, so we'll do the 0-2 again. As Keeter looks in for the sign, he works from the stretch. And that one's fouled back and another slide. We'll do the 0-2 for the 3rd time. That one's just outside on the fastball. Running the count to 1-2. And that one's fouled off again. Good fight by Tillman. Tillman from Plainfield, Illinois. Went to Plainfield North High School, the freshman. And the pitch. Swung on to short. McCoy's got it. He throws on to first for out number 3. The Falcons strand 1 and get none. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, Spartans still lead 3-0. And we're back here in the bottom of the 6th for the Spartans, as we'll have Clevenger, Laswell, and Valencia. To start off for the Spartans. Clevenger's 0 for 1. His last time up, he had a nice sack bunt. to move the runner to second. And he tries it again. Good bunt. Third baseman has it. And he'll get him. Good bunt by Clevenger. Wasn't able to beat it out, and that'll be out number 1. As in steps the leadoff man, Jack Laswell. He's 1 for 2 on the day with 2 walks. That slider's inside for ball 1. And that one swung on, and that's going to be a single for Laswell, making him 2 for 2 on the day. Good piece of hitting by Jack Laswell, waiting for that ball to get further into home, and he takes that into left. As in steps J.J. Valencia. And that one swung on and hit to short. Tough play for the shortstop. Only plays the first, but he can't make it as that gets away from the third baseman. And Laswell's able to move up. And there's runners on the corners now with 1 gone. As the head coach of the Falcons goes out to the mound. After this game, the Spartans will head home. As Sumner's day is over. And we'll be right back. And we're back here as the new pitcher and it's number 27. Dubuque's going to see something they haven't seen in probably ever. We have an ambidextrous pitcher on the mound, which means he can throw from the left and right side, so he's going to choose to throw from the left here to the lefty Kellen Mitchell. Pitcher is Kolacki from Midlothian, Illinois. And the first pitch is a strike to Mitchell. Runners on the corners here with 1 out. That one swung on and a hit into right field. That'll score Laswell from third. Valencia will only be able to move up to second, and that makes it a 4-0 lead for the Spartans. Good piece of hitting there from Mitchell on the lefty-on-lefty matchup. And I can imagine, yep, Kalaki is now pitching from the right side to Jensen. One of the very first times I've seen an ambidextrous pitcher in Division III baseball. And that one's taking a ball inside to Jensen. And that curveball is taken to the dirt. Valencia isn't able to move up. So we'll start with a 2-0 count. Jensen's 1 for 2 on the day with a double. That one swung through by Jensen on the 2-0 count, making it 2-1. Runners on first and second, one gone here. That one's taken by Jensen for strike 2. And the 2-2. Curveball taken up and in on Jensen, running the count full. Valencia gets a sizable lead out there as that one's inside to Jensen on the walk. Bringing the bases loaded for the DH, Thomas Kempf. He's 0 for 3 on the day with 3 flyouts. And Kalaki is going to face Kempf lefty. So this will be a lefty-on-lefty matchup. And the pitch. That one's in the dirt. 1-0 count to Kempf. Runner on third, Valencia. Runner on second is Mitchell. And the runner on first is Jensen. That one's taken high to Kempf. 2-0. Spartans hoping to open up the lead a little bit more here in the 6th. That one's taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Seems to have a little bit more velocity from the left side than the right side as Kalaki. And the pitch. Outside to Kemp, 3-1. This pitcher definitely has a good two-seamer from the left side. And the 3-1. Swung on by Kempf. As it will be a sac fly. As Valencia scores. Mitchell moves up to third. But Jensen will stay at first. 5-0 Spartans. On the sac fly from Thomas Kempf. And the batter will be Goldstein. Runners are on the corners. Ball in the dirt. We'll start off this at bat for Goldstein. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single back in the third. And the runner Jensen is off for second, and he's in there with a stolen base. Runners are now on second and third with 2 outs here. 2-0 count to the batter Goldstein, as that last pitch was a ball. And that one swung on. Bobbled by the shortstop Tillman. But over to first for out number 3. Spartans get 2, but strand 2. As we head to the 7th, 5-0 Spartans. And we're back here at the top of the 7th as Keeter takes the mound for his 7th inning of work. He'll have Zavickle, Rodriguez, and Dart, as that's a chopper up the middle. And that'll get through for the first hit of the game for Concordia, Wisconsin. So no one out here, runner on first for Rodriguez, the 3-hole hitter. And that curveball almost hits the batter, Rodriguez. And that fastball is lined to the first baseman for the double play. As he steps on first, and that'll be 2 gone here in the inning. Bringing up the cleanup hitter, Dart, from Algoma, Wisconsin. And Keeter deals strike 1 to him. That one's outside on the fastball. Keeter with 7 strikeouts so far. And that one's fouled off the glove of catcher Carroll. That'll be a 1-2 count. And Keeter with strikeout number 8. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, Spartans lead 5-0. And we're back here in the bottom of the 7th. As to lead off, we'll have McCoy, Carroll, and Clevenger. As Kalaki as a new pitcher will be Ben Mazzulla from Stone Park, Illinois. As the first pitch to McCoy is in the dirt. And another one in the dirt for ball 2. That one's taken for a strike. That's swung on, and that'll be a single for McCoy. Correction on that pitching change. It's number 45, Seth Cox. And McCoy is on with a single. And that'll bring up that catcher, Luke Carroll.
Not the dugout. It went on top of that shelter thing. It's still up there.
That swung on by Carroll and fouled back to the screen. He's 1 for 3 on the day with 2 flyouts to center and a single. And McCoy's off for second. As he's in there safely, as the shortstop dropped the ball. Throw was on time, but couldn't hang on. 1-1 count, as the last pitch was a ball to Luke Carroll. And the pitch from Cox. That one swung on, fouled back. On deck, batter is number 21, Jared Clevenger. And then after him, we'll have the top of the order. That one's inside to Carroll. Running the count to 2-2. And that one's hit fair past the third baseman. And McCoy is going to score. Luke Carroll to second with the RBI double, making him 2 for 4 in the game. And that'll bring the Spartan lead to 6. And in steps the left fielder, Jared Clevenger. Still no one out here. That one's inside, gets away from the catcher. And Luke Carroll will be at third after the wild pitch. One-0 count to Clevenger. Runner on third is Luke Carroll. And Clevenger will take inside for ball 2. That one's taken in the dirt for ball 3. Laswell, the on-deck hitter, is 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and 2 walks. And that one's taken for strike 1. Clevenger was taken all the way on the 3-0. The 3-1 from Cox to Clevenger. And that one's going to be low for a ball 4. Clevenger reaches on the walk, and that'll have runners on the corner for Jack Laswell. He's 2 for 2 with 2 walks, a single, a double, and 3 runs scored. And an RBI opportunity here for Laswell as the Spartans lead 6-0. That one swung on and almost hits the on-deck hitter Valencia. And the 0-1. That one's taken outside. Running the count to 1-1. And the runner, Clevenger, is off for second. And he's safe as the runner, Carroll, comes home. And that'll make it a 7-0 lead for the Spartans. And that was a ball to Jack Laswell, making the count 2-1. Clevenger with the stolen base. And the 2-1 to Laswell is fouled back. 2-2 count to Laswell. Runner on second is Clevenger here with no outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And Laswell swung, and it's down the line, but grabbed by the first baseman for out number 1 as Clevenger moves up to third. And we have 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. For the batter, J.J. Valencia. He's 2 for 4 on the day with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. And the 0-0 from Cox is a strike on the outside corner. That one swung on by Valencia. First strike 2. And the 0-2 from Cox. His time's called. And the pitch. Ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. One-two count to Valencia. The runner on third is Clevenger with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. as pitcher Cox steps off and looks back Clevenger at third. And the offering. Swung on and hit to third. The only play is to first. And I believe Valencia will reach on the air by the third baseman. And that'll bring Clevenger home. Spartan lead is now 8. One out here brings in Kellen Mitchell. And the first pitch to him is a strike from Cox. Just what the Spartan offense needed today. After only getting 4 runs in yesterday's loss. And the pick over from Cox is high, but Valencia isn't going to go after it got away from the first baseman. Seemed like he was just going to loft it over there, but he got a little bit too much on it. Sent it over the first baseman's head, but Valencia did not advance. And that's a ball on a curveball outside to Kellen Mitchell, the first baseman. And the pitch is swung on a high fastball from Cox. 1-2 count. That one swung on and popped up in play for the shortstop for out number 2 as Tillman makes that grab. 2 outs here for the better Jensen. Dubuque's able to push across 3 so far in this inning. And the first pitch to Jensen is a curveball in the dirt. On deck hitter is Kempf. If Jensen was to reach. And the runner's off. And Valencia's gonna make it there with a stolen base. Third of the game for the Spartans. As that one was a ball outside on Jensen, moving the count to 2-0. Single could bring around Valencia, as he's got a big lead at second. That's a high fastball. 3-0 count. Jensen was taken all the way, and that'll be a ball as got past the catcher, but Valencia stays at second. So Kempf has runners on first and second again with 2 outs here. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI. After last inning, he hit a sac fly to center field. That one swung on and fouled back to the screen. Kempf's had 4 flyouts in today's game. He's definitely getting good contact. But the Falcon outfielders have been able to catch every hit. And the 0-1. Swung on from Kempf and fouled off the catcher. First strike, 2. And the 0-2. That one swung on by Kempf, and strike 3 for the 3rd out. Spartans push 3 runs across in this inning, but Strand 2 now lead 8-0. And we're back here in the top of the 8th as Chase Keeter takes the mound for his 8th inning of work. Don't forget to follow UD Baseball on Twitter at UD__baseball for all Spartan baseball updates, news, and to tell you what's going on in Dubuque. And the first pitch from Keeter is hit into the gap in left center, as that one's going to roll all the way to the wall. It'll be a double for the leadoff man, Beers. Only the 2nd hit given up by Keeter today. And in steps a pinch hitter. As he takes that one for a strike. Pinch hitter is number 2, Christian Gerner, the junior from Mequon, Wisconsin. And he's going to bunt this one. And Keeter will throw on to first for out number 1. So the 1-3 putout moves the runner from 2nd to 3rd. And the catcher, Hafey, is going to step in. That's a good slider by Keeter on the outside corner for strike 1. That one swung on and popped up. And the first baseman, Mitchell, will run out of room as it's out of play. 0-2 count. 1 out, runner on 3rd. Keeter's only given up 2 hits and had 8 Ks and hit 1 batter so far. That one swung on and it's going to be fouled off, out of play. So we'll do the 0-2 again. That one's taken high for ball 1. And a slider just misses the top part of the zone for ball 2. That one swung on and fouled back to the screen. And we'll do the 1-2 again. As time is called. Conference foe Luther will play Concordia-Wisconsin following this game. And the pitch from Keeter misses the bottom of the zone. Going to a full count here. Only the second full count of the afternoon for Keeter. And the payoff. He got him looking. Fastball on the outside corner. Strikeout number 9. And there's 2 away here in the 8th. That'll bring up the second baseman, Paz. That's swung on. And he's safe on that one. As that'll be an infield single on a tapper out in front of the mound. That's the first run given up by Keeter, and only the 3rd hit. As that one's taken in the dirt for ball 1. To this designated hitter. And that'll be ball 2. And another one right out in front of the mound. And Keeter makes the throw on to first for out number 3. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, Spartans lead 8-1. And we're back here for the bottom of the 8th, as the Spartans will be facing a new pitcher, and Griffin Litzau, as he'll face Goldstein, McCoy, and Carroll. Litzau from Slinger, Wisconsin, the 6'1" freshman. And Goldstein will start it off. And the Spartans the 8th. And the first pitch is taken high and away for ball 1. That one swung on and popped up. Could be in play. And it is. As the catcher is able to make the play for out number 1. And in steps the Dubuque shortstop, Zach McCoy. And the first pitch to him is a curveball in the dirt. That one misses high and away for ball 2. Wind's picked up here a little bit in Tucson, but it is warming up with more and more sunshine. That one swung on and hit to left, and that one's going to drop for McCoy as well. He's now 3 for 5 on the day. 2 for 5, sorry. As that's his second single and back-to-back innings. And in steps the Dubuque catcher, Luke Carroll. That one swung on and fouled off as it hits the light and bounces back onto the field. And the 0-1 to Luke Carroll. That's throw over to check on the runner McCoy, but he's back in safely. And that curveball misses high for ball 1, running the count to 1-1. Carroll's 2 for 4 on the day. And that one swung on and hit in the right field, and that's caught by the right fielder as McCoy had to scramble back and is able to. And that'll be 2 outs. We'll bring in the 9-hole hitter, Jared Clevenger. He's 0 for 2 on the day, with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored in last inning. And he takes that one for strike 1. And the runner McCoy's off again, and he's able to get there for his second stolen base. As the last pitch was called a ball on Clevenger. McCoy, the runner on second. And that pitch is fouled back. And the count will run to 1-2. And on the hands of Clevenger. 2 outs here on the bottom of the 8th. And the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Good block by the catcher. Bringing the count to 2-2. And the pitch. That one's a strikeout on the outside corner. Looking for Clevenger as we head to the 9th. Spartans lead 8-1. Skeeter is out for his 9th inning of work in the finale of this spring break trip for Dubuque. Skeeter's going to have to face the top of the order for the Falcons. And the first man he'll see is Tillman. That one swung on and hit to the second baseman Laswell, bobbled onto first. And he'll make it there. That'll be an error on Laswell. And we'll have one out, nobody on. Or no one out, one on. As the first pitch to the 2-hole hitter is a ball. That'll be a fastball in the outside corner for strike one. To Zavichel. That'll be a slider. Missing outside and low. 2-1 count. That one swung through by Zavichel. Running the count to 2-2. Runner on first is Tillman. That one swung on and fouled back to the screen. Right after this game, Spartans will head back to Dubuque. As next weekend they'll take on Wartburg and Waverly. That one swung on and hit into the gap in left center. All the way to the wall. That'll score Tillman. As Zavichel's on his way to third, and he's going to make it there safely. And the ball gets out of play on the relay throw, scoring Zavichel and the third run. For the Falcons, making it 8-3. Still no one out here. That one swung on and missed by Rodriguez. Another one swung on and missed by Rodriguez, making the count 0-2. That one swung on and fouled past third base. So we'll do the 0-2 again. And that one catches the outside corner. Great slider by Keeter. Got Rodriguez looking for out number 1 here in the 9th. And the first pitch to the right fielder, Dart, is a strike one. That one swung on, hit softly to the second baseman, Laswell, and he makes the play for out number 2. 2 down here in the 9th, 1 out away from a complete game for Jay Skeeter. And the first pitch to Beers is strike 1. And strike 2. Keeter's 1 strike away from the complete game. And strike 3 looking. And the Spartans win this game. "11 Ks for Chase Keeter. Let up 3 runs, 1 earned. Didn't walk anybody. And the Spartans win this one 8-3. Dubuque will head to Waverly, Iowa next Friday and Saturday. And the Spartans finish off this spring trip 5-1.